Good morning. Day 14 on the Florida Trail. It is 6:40 a.m. We're about a mile and a quarter in. At this point, started just before sunrise. We had a great camp last night. It got a little cool. It's cooling off. I think in the next night or two we're supposed to get down into the 40s. But for now it's pretty comfortable. We had no animal sounds last night. It was kind of strange. There was a comment that there was lots of wildlife around, and we didn't hear anything, so that's okay. We slept well, I think. We've got 20, what do we have, 23-ish? About 23 miles to do today to get to the next campsite that we're going to stay at. We're unsure about water during this section. There's supposed to be some caches, but of course you should never rely on caches. There is a Florida Trail spreadsheet that is maybe kept up to date. It seems to be, at least within the last couple of days, there were a few comments, but there's also that spreadsheet is online, by the way, and there are comments in Far Out that people are putting in there, but they're usually a couple of days off at most or at best, so you don't quite know what you're getting into. We will be hiking around water, but just not sure if it's accessible or not. So we're hoping that there's a cache right before camp, because camp is dry. There's supposed to be a cache there, and if not, we may have to hike another mile or so to get to a pond where we can hopefully filter from there. But that's where we're headed now, is a pond in 10 miles, and that's probably our only water before we get to camp. So that's our day. I'll keep you updated as we go. Hope you're having a great day. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunrise. All right, after maybe 4 miles or so of road, 3.5, 4 miles, including about a mile of highway, we are back on trail. Hopefully this lasts for a while. It's like we're back in the swamp. We're walking through water. We got cypress knees sticking up. Oh, that's some good muck there. Oh yeah. Whew, it's chilly. Couple of white ibis out there. Oh, about 4 of them there. Yeah. Whole flock of them. It's pretty through these stands of oak or cypress. There's different ones, palm. Each one is slightly different depending on what plant life is dominating that specific area. These are really nice to walk through. Gives us some shade, something different to look at, and it's really kind of nice trail as well. This is great. No water here today. Although we've walked through a good bit of it so far. Hi, buddy.
You quickly went into posture.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, kind of started turning right towards us there. Yeah. Well, it's pretty. It's, where can we go? Not sure. Yeah, he's. No, your tail doesn't have a rattle, buddy. But we got some oranges growing out here. There were comments that we were in orange, orange area. I mean, maybe this was previously an orange growing field, but yeah, pretty cool. Look at that.
I'm gonna eat mine.
How are those oranges?
It's sour.
Sour?
It's sour.
Oh, maybe they're not quite ripe yet.
Oh, they looked orange enough.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Unless they're supposed to be sour, but yeah, they're sour.
Okay. Let me give mine a try. It's not bad, it's just strong. We just, I think, avoided getting charged by some hogs. There were some, whoops. There were some wild hogs back there. And they started charging us through the brush. Started running at us. We couldn't see them, but we could hear them. Whew. And we could see the brush moving as they were coming at us. And they were probably only maybe, I don't know, less than 50 feet away.
Yeah,
They were close. Yeah. And we could hear them and they didn't sound happy.
they're grunting.
Yeah. So we quickly ran up trail and they seemed to be fine with that. Turned the corner and that big boy was staring right at us. Walking away now, fortunately. Hanging out in the shade under the tree. And he keeps pulling off to scratch in the bushes every once in a while and comes right back out ahead of us. Good job. Looks like we might have a prescribed burn going on up here. Not really sure. We haven't seen any signs or anything to notify us of it. I guess we'll find out when we get up here and talk to these people. Hopefully we'll be able to hike through. Yep. Prescribed burn. And yeah, we're walking right next to it. Woo! Try to keep going. He said we're safe to go. Well, as long as we stay against the fence. And there's some right up here against the fence. So he's probably right behind us, bringing that hose up here to try to take care of that because it's right here at our feet. All right, walk fast, walk fast. You got a lot of plastic on your back. Woo! Yep. Okay. You feel the heat. And it's already a hot day. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 14 on the Florida Trail. And we have a recurring character. If you, this
Glad
is,
to be here.
This is Lancelot. We met him back at the Seminole Reservation, watched the Super Bowl, and then hiked out the next day. And then you kind of just hung out for a couple of days. Right?
Yeah, I got all the way above Okeechobee, and then
You walked
couldn't
much
hike no more. So I
faster
took a
and
couple days
farther than
off
we
and
did.
Yeah,
waited
yeah.
for y'all. Yeah.
Yep, and eventually we caught up. So we've been
Indeed.
we've been hiking. So we're gonna spend a little time together here for the next I don't know, whatever it is,
Week or
week
so.
or so. Yeah, something
2
like
weeks,
that.
yeah.
So yep. So day 14.
Brutal.
It was a little brutal. Yeah. So we did we did 20.3 23.2 or 3 or miles or something. I don't know, how many did you do today?
17.
17. Okay.
Yep.
And it was a little, brutal in some regards. Why?
First of all, weather was lovely, so that's not the
Yeah, no,
brutality
it's
part
nice
of it.
day.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Good
The
weather.
trail was lovely at most spots, other than the
A
sandy
lot of sand trails
road.
along cattle fields. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some reason, the farmers and maybe they're told to do this. We really don't know. But they're tilling essentially up the ground, the trail
Yeah.
outside of their farm fields.
So it's soft and lumpy
Everywhere.
and
so sandy.
very difficult to
Yeah.
maneuver through.
It's really hard to
Yes,
walk on.
and dirty.
And
It's filthy.
That's true.
We
My
are
legs.
filthy.
Oh my gosh! I was going to take a picture of my legs, but I didn't have my phone with me. They were just covered.
Yeah, it was.
Really.
It was a filthy day.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so that was hard. That really just made the miles difficult.
Yes.
And I don't know how many miles we spent doing that, but it was a
More than we should have.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, farmers, if you're watching, please don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they're following.
Because that was really hard on us. Anyway, but we made it.
We didn't have a lot of road walking today.
A lot of trails today
Yeah,
compared to
which
other
was
days,
nice.
which was so cool.
Yeah, going through those hammocks and the stuff like that, the trees and everything's really nice.
Yeah, it's very, very pretty.
And then a prescribed burn we walked through today too. That was
yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
Florida couldn't get any hotter.
it's
Walking past the
relative-
fire
it's
was.
relative.
That's right. Yeah.
You hear
Yeah.
it crackling.
Yeah. In the
You're like,
distance,
oh.
you see
Yeah.
smoke rising far away.
We had no
Whoa.
idea it was coming. Nobody told us or anything. There were no
There's no
signs or
indication.
anything.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we see the smoke in the
Are we
distance.
gonna get past?
Yeah, and I was expecting to walk up because you were ahead of us and just see you standing there and waiting to get through or something like
Yeah,
that. But
no, they
no.
waved me on.
They let us through. They said as long as you stay to the fence line, then you're going to be okay. For the most part, we were.
Yeah.
We're still here, and we didn't get burned, but we came close, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting part of the day. The other interesting thing I think was the animals. So at least for us, because we had several animal encounters today.
Yeah.
So we started out. What was the first one? The snake.
snake.
The snake was
Yeah.
the first one. Yeah, a little black racer.
Who thought that he was going to dominate. And he did. We got out of his way.
Yeah, he owned the
He
trail.
wasn't moving. So we're like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, he just laid there in the middle of the trail. He tried to
Flicking his little thin tail.
tried to make himself all
Important.
puff himself up or whatever. And he didn't want to have any part of us. So, but he didn't want to move. So, anyway, and then
That
what
was
was
funny.
Yeah, it was
The
funny.
boar.
Yeah.
wild
Yes.
pig.
And then yeah. So we're walking along, and all of a sudden I heard it. You could hear the grunting.
Yeah.
And you heard it was like a movie, right? It was like they were coming out of the
It's
bushes.
a little dramatic.
It was,
That's
but you,
funny.
you couldn't see them, but you could see the trees and the,
The
brush.
fronds are like
Yeah,
moving
everything-
and it's coming
Yeah.
closer. And
Yeah, it was
I'm
really.
like, ooh, wild pig. So I stop.
Yeah.
And he's like, move. And he shoves me.
I didn't shove you, but I know I didn't. But I turned around and I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute, they're right there. I was like,
We didn't see them,
I don't
though.
really want to. Yeah, I have to deal with this. So.
And we knew that you were behind us, and I was like, should
Yeah.
I text Lance and let him know that there's
Wild
killer,
hog,
there's
yes.
killer hogs in the woods?
Better heard than seen.
Yeah. So we moved on. We didn't go very far up trail and just kind of turned around and stopped, and they didn't follow us
No,
or anything.
I didn't even
but,
see anything
yeah.
come out on the trail.
Right.
So
But so that was interesting. And then what was the next?
cow.
Well, the cow was the next one, right? Yeah. Go ahead. You tell the cow story. You were in front.
well, just that we were walking on that horrible sandy
Yeah.
road that's
The first
dug
of it,
up.
too.
Yeah, yes. And then it kept on going. Then you see it, and then you turn a corner, and then you turn a corner, and then you turn a corner, and it was like
yep.
2 miles. I'm like, for crying out loud. Anyway, so up ahead of us on one of these long, stretches of this horrible sand trail, the cow's there,
Yeah.
a bull.
We just turned a corner,
Yeah,
and he was
and I'm like,
standing
you're
under
on
a
the
tree.
wrong side of the fence.
Yeah,
So he looked at us, and then he just kind of turned around, and then he just started walking in front of us. And I
Yeah.
think he might have been like 30 feet.
he wasn't.
He stayed
far,
30 feet the entire time
Yeah.
in front of us.
Just
And every now and
moseying.
then he'd scratch his bum on a bush, and he'd continue walking up the
Yeah,
trail.
yeah.
And
What?
yeah,
He just kept going. And he was a big boy too.
he was a big boy.
Yeah,
he was
but
sweet though.
yeah, it was funny though. Because you said that you're like, you're on the wrong side of the fence, as if he would have. Oh, I'm sorry.
He knew.
Hold on, let me get back over
I
there.
know, right?
Is this freedom I smell?
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But eventually, it took a while, but he set our pace for a while.
Yes, he did.
And
It was
and-
just okay.
Yeah, and then he just kind of went off into the trees, into the brush, and we moved on.
Yes.
And
Cool,
that was it. I don't think we had any other animal encounters
That
today,
was
right?
enough.
That
No,
was-
because then Lance showed up.
Lance
and that
showed
was,
up, and
I got right. I sneaked up behind him.
That's right, you
it,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because the cow moved off.
Yeah. So so it was kind of an exciting. Well, water was an issue today.
Water
That was the other topic, I guess. Just.
Well, first of all, shout out to Waterboy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Who
yeah.
is the
That's-
one who you met,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who fills up the caches?
I'm gonna I want to put a Facebook post on too, but
Yeah.
who and they were filled.
Yeah. All of them.
Every one that we came
We
up
just didn't
to.
know where they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you can't count on them.
Right.
But apparently, he was just out yesterday
Fill
filling them up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the important one at the end here, that one was full. So
Yeah.
that's the one that we needed,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
Because we're dry camping tonight at
Where are we?
Starvation
Starvation.
Slow.
Starvation Slow or Slew. I'm not sure
Slow.
exactly.
Yeah. But apparently, it's away from the burn, so we're good to go.
Yes. Yeah. But it's a dry camp. So fortunately, we had that cache 0.4 behind us here. You can hear the cows in the background now. And anyway, so yes, good shout out to Waterboy. Yes, that was a good one.
So a little dry today at parts,
Yeah.
but we just didn't know where the water was. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had delicious pond water though.
We did.
Oh
Some
my God,
great
you
pond
guys.
water. Yeah. It was,
It was
Yeah.
nasty looking, but
Yeah.
no
I'd rather go
water.
dry.
It tasted just fine, but yeah, it was a good. Tea brown.
It was a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It had been steeping for quite a while.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, all right. Anything else about today? I don't think
Oh,
so.
this is a pretty good day.
It was a good day. Yeah. So
Beautiful
long,
weather.
long
right now.
day.
Yeah,
but
it
good.
was.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. I will give you a little tour of the campground, and we will talk to you tomorrow on day 15. Have a good night.
Night.
All right, and here we are at the Starvation Slough campsite. Yeah, again, these campsites are really nice, the ones that we've stayed at so far. Plenty of space for tents. Got a nice picnic table, a tree to hang out under. There's more space out there. Looks like there's family camping out there tonight. A pavilion covered, which is quite large, with a picnic table under it as well. Yeah, I mean, there's more space back here, so it's a great spot. And unfortunately, there's no water, but that's okay. They only said that we had a water cache a little less than half a mile from here, so we are set for the night, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.